to talking about how females ain't sturdy. I'm over here posting some Jhené Aiko lyrics or whatever.
Think you need some medicine? I can be your medicine. Think you need some medicine? Give you a taste of what you give out.
What's poppin', gang? Welcome back to Aaliyah TV. I'm Aaliyah, and first things first, how was your day? How are you doing? What have you been doing today? Comment that below. And number two, if you're already here, you might as well like, comment, and subscribe.
Are you dumb?
Comment and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Because, I mean, you're here, so why not? Alright, if you can view, you can subscribe. And that's on what? That is on period. Poo. So, first things first, disclaimer. If my lashes are looking a little wonky, that's because I struggled for 30 minutes to put my lashes on today. And it was just the longest 30 minutes of my life. And I really couldn't take it anymore. So I just stopped caring, said screw it, and slapped the lashes on. Hopefully they look decent. I don't know, nor do I really care. So yeah. Now, today's topic is going to be a little serious. So before we get into it, let me put on my spectacles so I can show y'all that it's serious. So yeah. So today's topic is signs that you're in a toxic relationship, that the relationship is toxic, or that the person you're with is toxic. And I'm very aware that none of y'all can see this list because it's too white and bright in the camera light. But essentially, you get the gist. This is serious enough for me to make a list about it. See, now y'all can see it. So yeah, let's get into the video now. Actually, before I do that, if you're in a toxic relationship, I advise you to leave it because it's probably not gonna get any better. That's number one. And number two, if you are the toxic person in your relationship and you're knowingly making that other person suffer and you're not making an effort to change the way you're acting, get it together, because it's gonna bite you in the butt later on and nobody's gonna feel bad for you, trust me. So yeah, now let's get into the video. So first, I'm gonna be talking about signs that the relationship is toxic, and after that, I'm going to be talking about signs that the person that you're with is toxic. So let's get started. So sign number one is that y'all are on and off. This is the first red flag of a toxic relationship. Y'all are usually on and off, meaning 1 minute everything's cool, y'all are together, and then 2 days later y'all have broken up, and then another 2 days later y'all got back together, and so the cycle continues. This is not healthy. This is not, oh, we got through our problems and we're getting back together. Now we have more problems. No, it's toxic. Toxic. Toxic, because healthy relationships aren't like that. In a healthy relationship, y'all are together. You're not constantly breaking up and getting back together. That's not what a healthy relationship is, being on and off. A healthy relationship is being together. I said it twice just so y'all could get it through your heads, alright? Bear with me. So, if that's your relationship, is most likely toxic. And believe me, eventually all that on and off is gonna be taking a toll on your mental, emotional health. So yeah. And most likely, y'all are just really codependent on each other and can't seem to do what's best for yourselves. So yeah. This next sign is constant arguing, always fighting over something small or something big, whether it's, oh my god, you went and destroyed my house that I just cleaned, to, oh, you forgot to turn on the dishwasher. These are two situations that probably don't relate to anybody in our generation, but you get the gist. Arguing, whether it's a big thing or a small thing. Mind you, no relationship is perfect. You're not always going to be happy. That's unrealistic to think that there's never going to be a disagreement in a relationship. But when you're constantly arguing, that's not healthy and that's toxic. I'm going to say toxic a lot in this video just because that's the theme of the video. What's toxic. So yeah. Now, this next one, it kind of relates to this. It's just never being happy with each other. Never being happy with their presence. Being in their presence, spending time with them, like you just see them and you're not happy anymore, and you just You don't like, you just want to start an argument and stuff like that. That's another thing, always wanting to argue. Toxic. Again, this next thing is actually like these next three topics are kind of like, they all kind of entail with each other. In a way, they're all kind of the same, but they're kind of different too. So yeah, this next thing is feeling the need to get even. Meaning, he did me dirty, he did X, Y, and Z, so now I'm gonna go and do him dirty and do X, Y, and Z to see how he feels. Now listen, I'm not saying what they did was okay if that's the situation. But the point is, you gotta be the bigger person. If they wanna act like that, you just do your thing. Do your thing, leave them, keep it pushing, keep it pushing. But if y'all constantly feel the need to get even at each other and get back at each other, you are not in a good relationship. It's toxic. My bad, the camera, I don't know, the low battery thing came out, so I have to plug my phone in a minute. But now this next sign, it relates to this again, is being petty. Now, what do I mean by being petty? I mean, for example, me and my imaginary boyfriend, because I don't have a boyfriend, just got in an argument. He decides to apologize to me for what he did, but I'm so mad, so I feel the need to, oh, well, you know what, well, we wouldn't even be in this situation if you hadn't blah, 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 blah. Petty. Despite the fact that he's trying to make things right, I'm over here deciding to go and keep digging stuff up. Now, if that's what y'all do when y'all are in an argument, that's petty, number one, and two, that's toxic. Okay? Pettiness. Also, just like when you get in an argument, oh, all right, that's how you want to act. Okay. Like, just acting like that, being rude, brushing them off. And then this last thing, which relates to the last two things, is letting the public know, like, making it aware to the public that y'all are dealing with stuff. Now, what I mean is, so me and my imaginary boyfriend, we get in an argument. Now, he's over here posting subliminals, some NBA YoungBoy quotes, whoever the hell he listens to, talking about how females ain't sturdy. I'm over here posting some Jhené Aiko lyrics or whatever. The public should not know, especially if they're already aware that that you're in a relationship with that person. They should not know that you're going and dealing with stuff. You shouldn't be putting them on blast on social media like that. That's not what you should be doing. Like, you should be handling the issue in private like two grown people. Mind you, just a quick side note, there is a difference between a private and a secret relationship. What a private relationship is, people know that y'all are together, but they don't know what goes on in that relationship. They don't know if y'all are chilling. They don't know if y'all are on the outs right now. That is what a private relationship is. Now, it's not wrong to be a very public couple or whatever. I'm not going to get into it. There's too much work right now. But people should not know what's going on in the relationship. Unless it's like your really close sister, your close brother. People shouldn't be knowing what's happening. So, yeah. And this last sign that that the relationship is toxic is when you have to have your friends step in to mediate arguments. Now, especially if this happens on a regular basis, that just shows that neither of you are capable of acting like grown people, and the relationship, again, I've said it probably 20 times now, the relationship is toxic. Alright? In a healthy, happy relationship, if y'all have a disagreement, you're able to get through it on your own. You're both able to be the bigger person and move past and grow from the conflict. In an unhealthy and toxic relationship, you're so out of it that you can't even handle the problem right. And you can't handle it on your own and be grown. And you have to have a friend come in and fix the situation. So yeah, that is it for signs that the relationship is toxic. Now I'm going to be getting into signs that the person you're with is toxic. So for the first one, actually these first two, again, they're both the same thing, but at the same time they're both kind of different. Really, they're kind of the same. First, it's apology without change. Now, I have seen this quote many times. An apology without change is manipulation. So if you're apologizing to your partner, to your significant other, and you're not cleaning up your act and not changing your behavior that led to you having to apologize, you're toxic for that. Like, why are you gonna apologize and not try and fix it? Catch my drift? The next thing is being aware of the fact of the problem you're causing, knowing what you have to do in order to fix that problem, and choosing not to do it and choosing to continue to do it. Like, again, it's toxic. There's no reason for you to be doing that. Simply this: if you're not willing to change who you are and be a better person in a relationship where you're causing a problem, you shouldn't be in a relationship at all. So yeah. Now, this next one is the next sign that you're with a toxic person is they take it out on you. Like, they're having problems in their life and they choose to, instead of facing it in a healthy way, I don't know, going to the gym, reading the Bible if y'all read the Bible, alright, writing it down, just a positive, healthy outlet, they decide to go and they take it out on you and they put a face to their problems. They make you the face of their problems and they decide that you're the problem. That, yeah, they take it all out on you. So yeah, the next sign is sort of this, but not really, is when it's okay for them to mess up and it's okay for them to make mistakes, but if you do that, then it's an issue. Basically, you're not allowed to mess up. You're not allowed to make mistakes. So essentially, they're a controlling person, and they care more about themselves than the both of you together. The next sign that that person is toxic is that they only communicate to you when it's convenient. They only communicate when it's convenient, when they're doing all happy and dandy, but they don't make the effort to try and be there for you, or if they know that you're going through something and they just choose to not be there for you. They just choose to not be there for you. That's a toxic thing. Like, again, if part of being in a relationship is being there for each other. Being there for each other, holding each other accountable, helping build each other up. Not only being there when it's convenient for you. Not only wanting to help take care of them when you're okay with doing that. So yeah. And then this last sign is when they do the bare minimum. Essentially, they put in enough effort to make sure that you'll stay in the relationship with them and not leave them, but they don't care enough to actually put the time and effort into a relationship. Mind you, a relationship is like a plant. It's like a plant. If you only water the plant a little bit, it's not going to grow a lot. Now, if you water the plant a moderate rate, the amount of times it needs to be watered, make sure you take good care of the plant or whatever, put the special plant food in, I don't know, the plant is going to thrive. So basically, if you're putting in the bare minimum, the case is that person knows your value and they don't want to lose you, but they don't want to put enough effort into the relationship, and that's toxic. So that's it for these signs. Guys, if you're in a toxic relationship, I said this at the beginning of the video, I'm going to say it now. If you're in a toxic relationship, I advise you to leave it. And if you're in a relationship with a toxic person, I advise you to leave it, because chances are that person is not going to change. So yeah. And without further ado, my bad. Without further ado, guys, I love you all so much. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe after you watch this video. Tell your friends about this video if they're in a toxic relationship, and watch my other videos too. So yeah, without further ado, again, peace out, people.